This video is for all the YouTube credit card points and miles creators, wannabe creators, and even just enthusiasts. I've created a brand new tool just for you guys that I'm announcing today. For nearly 2 years, I've been building tools on the richwoodpoints.com website that help users research, compare, plan, track, discuss, and optimize their rewards in the most data-driven way possible. But there's one thing, these tools aren't just for end users. You, the creators, can use them too. Why spend a ton of time and money on fancy video editing software when you can just use my website as a backdrop for your videos? Whether you're researching for your next script or presenting strategies, concepts, or ideas to your audience, my tools are designed to be clear, visual, and ready to showcase. For example, you can find all the details about the credit cards you're going to discuss in your videos all in one place. You can compare single cards to one another, show that in your video. Get rankings for cards based on specific criteria that you want to discuss in your video. Find the best cards for a specific spending category. Compare entire wallet setups against other wallet setups using actual real-world annual spending profiles. Rank actual sign-up bonuses based on their cash value and not just the clever corporate marketing that they spin. And today, I'm introducing a brand new feature just for you called Whiteboards, which is a creator-focused presentation app specifically for credit card points and miles. We're gonna demo that today, but if you're new to the website, all you have to do is come over here to the sign up button, click on sign up, click one of these 6 buttons, and you're in. And once you're in, to get to this whiteboard feature, you come down here on the more menu, click on whiteboard, and here we are. Now it goes full screen, you lose the navigation because it's a whiteboard. We wanna see as much canvas as possible. To get back to the regular site, just click here and it takes you back to the main site. On the whiteboard, you'll see we've got some options here. We've got the ability to add credit cards. We've got the ability to add company logos and the ability to add point systems. You can also add custom text. And then there's some quick options over here. You can just instantly add the My Cards, so all the cards that you have in your My Cards section. If you have some wallets saved in the My Wallet section, you can quickly just add all of those cards into the whiteboard that way. And then we also have some popular setups. So for example, My Wallets, I have a bunch here set up. I can click here, it'll add it to the whiteboard. And then also the popular setups, you can click here and just add cards to the whiteboard that way. You can move these around anywhere you want. You can lasso them and multi-select, move them around, delete them however you want. To add single cards, you can just type in the name, Chase Freedom Flex, add that in there. You can resize this as well. You can right click on it, duplicate a card, right click. You can set a border. So if you wanted this to be blue, and this one to be pink, you could do that. If you wanted to copy a style from one card to another, so let's just add in some new cards and we'll do these two. And you want this card to look like this card, just copy the style and paste the style and boom, now it has a pink border also, and it's the exact same size. You can do that for multiple cards as well. And then now they're all the same size and have the same border. So you can also lasso, click the delete button to get rid of cards, or just click on the delete button there. To add company logos, so for example, Chase, or if you wanted a point system, Honors, Hilton Honors, you got those logos, and then you could group some Hilton cards underneath here for your presentation. Like that, Aspire, and boom. And if you wanted to even these out so that they're the same alignment, so aligned to the top, or if you wanted them aligned to the left or center, you could do that there. You can also distribute them horizontally or vertically, so you have to have more than 2 cards. So if you just had all these cards, for example here, you could lasso the whole thing, hit align middle, oops, undo. You could lasso the whole thing, align center, and then distribute vertically, and it'll make sure that they're all equally spaced apart. So let me just do one more. I'll just put this one right there, grab all these, align center, and then distribute vertically, and then they're all perfectly lined up. And then also, if they were different sizes and whatnot, you could just copy the style on this one. Again, just lasso all these, paste the style, and then now they're all the same size. If you wanted to stack them in a certain way, like this one's behind this one, you could right click on this one and send it to the back, and now it's behind those cards. You could add custom text. So if you just wanted to go my wife's cards, then you could have just a thing of text here, and then you could put cards aligned here, just to make it clear for your users as to what these cards are for, you know, basic presentation type stuff. You don't have to go looking for clip art on the web for logos and for credit card images. They're all here at your fingertips. A couple clicks and they are on your whiteboard. You can also have a snap to grid turned on or off. So if you wanted to snap, let's go extreme and snap to 100 pixels, it will snap to those. It makes it easier to line up things when it's like that. I would probably recommend 10 to 20. You can also save your whiteboards. So if we hit save here, my demo whiteboard, for example, it gives you a little info about it. We click save, and now you'll be able to go away, come back, and reload that whiteboard. And I have one here waiting for me called my demo whiteboard. Oh wait, no, that's the one I just did. Demo whiteboard, let me load that one. Which has some stuff already on it. So I've got all my cards, my personal cards added to this whiteboard. I've got them in grouped together, so that's another feature we didn't touch, but you can group together. So if I ungroup this, now they're all individually on the page. But you can click group and it'll group those together. And then if you double click on it, you can give it a name. So these are my cards, and then player two's cards. And then they all move together. So if anywhere you touch on that group, you can move it around, you can resize it however you want, all in one group. Now you can kind of do this using multi-select as well. So let me ungroup. So you can grab all these and resize them this way too. You don't have to group it to do that, or to move it around. You can do that, but when it's in the group, it just gives you a little bit extra control over that. And you can also add a border to the group. So we'll just make that blue. And so now it's got a blue border. It's very distinct. And then, like I said, you can name it. So my cards, and it puts a little group label over the top of it. Again, I feel like you can see how this would help in a presentation. Now, you may want to cover several topics in a presentation, and you don't have to keep loading whiteboards every time you change to the next segment. So we've added pages. By the way, I have to give shout out to Dugraz from Dugraz Reports, Doug, who actually requested this feature on the website and helped guide where we went on how the functionality works. So big thanks to Doug on that, and according to him, he's going to be using this immediately, so that's great to hear. So if you want to move to a next subject, we have a thing called pages. So inside an individual whiteboard, you can have multiple pages. Now you can hit this button to go to the next page. I already have a couple pages on here. Or you can hit control arrow left or right. So I'll just hit control arrow, and that brings me to my next page. Again, I can go back to the original page, or to this page that way. And now I have a completely different layout for this new page. This one is just a sample, like my new strategy. I'm moving from American Express, Hilton Honors over to Chase and Hyatt. Got all the cards there. I've added borders to the cards, and you don't have to do that, but you can. So you can just, remove the border color or add. It just makes it pop a little bit if you want it to pop, or differentiate between two of the exact same cards, maybe used for different categories or whatever. You can do that by right-clicking and setting the border color there. Now, to create a new page, you just click on this button here. So if there's no next page, then this little blue add a page button will show up. So you can click on that, click add a new page, and now you'll get a new blank page. Now, if you go back, you'll see the one that was just there, and then the first one again, but we can go all the way over to the blank page. And I wanna showcase what I think might be pretty cool for most creators out there, because there's a ton of videos about this, and I'm sure that it's probably not the easiest thing to set up because you gotta download images of all the credit cards and everything. So that is the status tiers background built into this. So you can just turn that on. There it is. No muss, no fuss. And then you can come in if you have some popular cards that you want to rank, or if you just want to take, your cards, you can do that. So I just added my cards. I'll lasso all these and stick them over here. So I've got all my cards from the My Cards section that I've already entered into the website. And then now I can just start my video. It took 2 seconds. I can now start my status tier videos about cards that I have. So, and that took 2 seconds. And then I can just start dragging them over and talking about it. And I would recommend turning on the snap for this on probably a 10 pixel, because it makes it snap pretty good, and then you can line them up pretty easily on there. For example, Cash Plus S tier, Business Prime A tier, and as you're talking, you're just dragging these over, saying, hey, this is this, this is this. I mean, you can have this on your video ready to go, no prep. You didn't do any prep. You're just recording a video now, status tiering cards. And it took 2 minutes, 2 seconds, really, 2 seconds. So, and boom, 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 you get all the cards in there. I'm not really ranking these, but you know what I mean. But once you got them all on, boom, there's your tier. Your video's done. You did zero prep, zero. You're just grabbing the cards, commenting on your opinion about why they're in each tier, and you're done. No prep. So obviously the possibilities are kind of limitless with this. It's geared towards credit cards, points, and miles, which is why we're all here. This is just version 1. I'll be adding features. I want feedback from you guys, and I'll slowly start adding features to this or any other part of the website that you want to give me feedback on. I want you guys to use this. This isn't something that is, rich with points, videos only, proprietary website. You can't use my stuff. That's not what it's for. It's for everybody to use. I would rather do less videos and develop more than do more videos and develop less. So if you guys are all doing videos using my website, driving traffic, I can focus on developing. That's my goal. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you see some value in it. If you do and you're not subscribed, please like and subscribe to the channel, but definitely sign up for the website. Use it in your videos. If you want to give me a shout out, that's great. You don't have to, but it would be nice. Put any thoughts you have in the comments below. I always answer pretty much everybody, so I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.